Just trying to save my stream, ain't working. Let's see. Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one. Let's try it again. We're finna do this NFL weekly recap. It's been about 8 weeks since I did one. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying for the past 4 weeks I'm gonna do one, and I ain't did it. But I'm back with another one. You know, it's cold in the bitch out here in this Bay Area. Well, check this out, man. Now let's get into it. So I wanted to do this before week 15 start tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we got my Niners against the Seahawks. We can wrap up the division tomorrow. So hopefully we able to do that. But for right now, let's talk about week 14. And the first game we had last Thursday night was I want to say the Oakland Raiders, but the Las Vegas Raiders against the Los Angeles Rams. And the Rams came out on top, 17-16. I didn't watch this game, but I know what happened. First off, the Rams are they're not the Rams right now. They're hella injured, hella beat up. Matt Stafford is most likely done for the year. Cooper Kupp done for the year. I don't know what's going on with Aaron Donald, but ain't no reason to bring him back either. But me, just knowing the type of person I am, be jaded. If I'm Aaron Donald, I don't give a I'm playing, bro. You know what I mean? If I'm healthy enough to play, I'm playing. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? Fuck all this, well, we ain't good this year, so ain't no reason to, Nah. I can see if it's like the last week or two of the season. Okay. I can see that. But at least get down to at least the last 2 weeks of the season when you know you ain't gonna make the playoffs. And I'm saying they know they ain't making the playoffs, but I'm saying let it get to the last 2 weeks of the season first before you start shutting niggas down that could come back. Now I understand football is a violent sport. You're saying, okay, well, Aaron Donald, he's one of the greatest defenders of all time, one of the greatest players of all time. If the team don't have a shot at no type of postseason success, why put him out there in meaningless games and risk him getting a really bad injury that may put him out for next year or something like that? I understand that thinking. I'm just saying, me, if I'm Aaron Donald, I'm playing. I don't give a damn about all that. If I'm healthy, I'm playing. Then if we get down to week 16, week 17, and y'all want to do that shit, and I agree with it, then yeah. But anyway, I'm getting off track. The Rams, I'm saying all that to say the Rams, they're the defending Super Bowl champions, but they look anything but this whole year. Even before, all they key players, the skilled players or whatever, end up getting hurt. The team was losing when everybody was there. So they just didn't have a good year this year. And because their starting quarterback, Matt Stafford, is out, and the Carolina Panthers released Baker Mayfield, the Rams were able to pick him up off waivers. And so Baker Mayfield, was claimed off waivers by the Los Angeles Rams, like I said, after being waived by the Carolina Panthers. And got there at the beginning of the week. It was a Thursday night game. They put him in there as a starter, and he did his thing. However, the Raiders was up 16-3 and controlled the game for the majority of the game. Now, Baker Mayfield, he had a solid performance throughout the game. They just wasn't scoring no points. You know what I'm saying? And the Raiders, they were controlling the game. Now, 16 points ain't a lot either, but they was up 16-3. They were controlling the game, and they had the lead all the way up until like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And it took 2 Baker Mayfield touchdown drives in order for them to lose. So, very disappointing loss for the Las Vegas Raiders, and they just a fucking joke. Shout out Tay, you know what I mean? Tay Adams, East Palo Alto hero, the hometown hero. He still look like Tay, even without Aaron Rodgers. Because the thing was, I know Tay worked hard to get where he at and become the type of receiver that he's become. But when you catching passes from one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, even with Tay being a hometown hero, I wanted to see this year, was the production going to kind of be? I was expecting a look, maybe going from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr. You got to give room for a little bit of a drop off, not a huge big drop off, just because Derek Carr is a good quarterback too. But yeah, you can expect. So it would be logical to expect some type of drop off when you're going from Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback to Derek Carr as your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of did start out that way. First kind of, 4 or 5 weeks of the season. But Brody been turning it on the past 7-8 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real rogue nigga though. Real rogues. So he basically showing, that wasn't Aaron Rodgers. That was Aaron Rodgers. He helped, but I did that, Bill. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers ain't helping me run no routes. You know what I'm saying? I got to get open. I got to make the catch. I got to be elusive and break tackles. You know what I mean? And like I said, run precise routes. So, shout out to Tay, but yeah, that was a bad loss. And shout out to Baker Mayfield. He had a good moment to shut some of these haters and doubters up, if not just for 1 week. Who we got next? So the Rams came out on top 17-16. Next game, Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets. Buffalo Bills won this game 20-12. Buffalo Bills are 10-3 now. The Jets are 7-6. Oh, and by the way, the Raiders are 5-8, and the Rams are 4-9. So that was just two bad teams, man. Last Thursday. So yeah, the Jets, after losing to the Bills, are now 7-6, and the Bills go to 10-3 after the win. The Bills, obviously they're a good team. They're a great team. But I feel like they are kind of tailing off a little bit as the a win is a win. I'm not trying to take away no wins, but that first 3-4 weeks of the season, it was like, motherfuckers, the talk was like they was just going for show, just waltz right into the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And as the season goes on, you gotta, that's why we gotta let these seasons play out. It's the same thing going on in basketball right now. But like if you look at the Brooklyn Nets, now I know it's the East and all that, but all that shit going on at the beginning of the season, and they was losing games and all that, you know what I mean? And now they won like 8 out of their last 9. They like a top 4 seed right now, you know what I mean? So you gotta let the same thing with the Lakers. The Lakers, the first 10 games of the year, they looked like they was gonna go 0-82. You know what I'm saying? Now they look like something. You know what I mean? They still not winning at the clip that maybe you would want a LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook led team to win. But yeah, they like Kenny Smith said, they in these games now, whether they win or lose. The first 10 games of the season, they wouldn't even in the game. They was getting blown out. They ain't even look, you know what I'm saying? So how that relate to the Buffalo Bills is you got to let the seasons play out. You got to let the season play itself out, because things is going to happen throughout the course of a season. These seasons are long. You know what I'm saying? So the Bills, although I still consider them a legit Super Bowl contender, I think maybe the first 3-4 weeks of the season, most people would have had them as the number 1 Super Bowl contender as far as the AFC. I probably would have 2, but now for me it's Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes just on another level. But and the Bengals are coming on too, but we'll get to that. So yeah, I'm not saying the Bills ain't, I'm just saying that initial hype that they had the first, 2, 3, 4 weeks of the season, that's kind of dissipated. They had 1 or 2 bad losses, and Josh Allen has thrown some interceptions, some red zone interceptions and stuff like that. So they've been still finding ways to win per se, but and it's all about winning. It ain't about style points or how cute it is, but still, it's just something to be mindful about going forward. And the Jets, they kind of, they kind of going back to kind of like what they have already had a good season already. Okay, if they don't win 1 more game, they've had a good season to Jets standards. You know what I mean? They got a winning record right now. This deep into the season, they 7-6. You know what I'm saying? And but they've tailed off now. They kind of coming back to the pack. What we know the Jets to be, and they don't have a quarterback. You can't. You're not gonna sustain longevity of success throughout the course of a season without having a serviceable quarterback. They ain't got to be Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, you know. But it got to be somebody serviceable. Right? They talking about this nigga Mike White. Okay, whatever. I'm going to tell y'all about Mike White. Listen, man. They pulverized that man. Okay, sent his ass to the motherfucking hospital. I'm going to tell you right now. I seen this man get hit on Sunday by the Buffalo Bills in his chest sternum area. This nigga flew back, hit the ground, and I'm talking about the expression on his. I never seen a grown man on the NFL football field, you know, writhing, not writhing in pain. I've seen him writhing in pain, but his shit was like, like he was like, you know what I mean? Yeah, they lit his motherfucking ass up. Nigga, I laughed for about 30 minutes straight watching the highlights of that nigga get hit. You know what I'm saying? Crying, laughing. Because that shit was just funny because, you know, hopefully he's okay and all that, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, like I said, I've never seen anybody, no NFL football player on the field. I've seen him get hurt. I've seen him writhing in pain before. But his was like a little kid, like he wanted to cry, bruh. You know what I mean? His facial expression, you could see his facial expression through his helmet, through the face mask. And he was literally like, oh my God. Like, you know, that brother, he got hit so hard, okay, to where it looked like, because basically he up in there right now because their first round draft pick last year, Zach, what's the nigga name? Zach something. Nigga look like a little ass kid. But Zach something. Something Zach or Zach something. He's supposed to be the future quarterback. And he had a few games, a game or two a few weeks ago where he played bad and he didn't take accountability, and they were saying he's immature and he needs to learn whatever. You know what I mean? So they sat his ass down. Not only did they sit him down, they made him ineligible for the game and shit. But what I'm saying is that's the reason why Mike White is up in there. Mike White is supposed to be the backup or whatever, or third string or whatever. They also got Joe Flacco too, so I don't know who's supposed to be second or third string or whatever. But I think even Joe Flacco is third string. If so, that is a fall from grace like a motherfucker. But Mike White got hit so hard to where it literally looked like he was questioning if he made the right decision to play football. Like, that's how he was, you know what I mean? And the reason why I brought up Zach is because he looked like he was like, man, like, damn, Zach, why you had to fuck up so they could put me up in there for me to get hit like this, man? You need to get your ass back up in here, man. He got hit so hard, you know what I'm saying? The way his facial expression was, looked like that boy was gonna retire at the end of the game. Like, fuck this shit. Yeah. But I just wanted to say that because that shit was funny as fuck. Go back and look at last week's game, Bills against the Jets. And watch how that boy Mike White is getting his ass lambasted You know what I'm saying? Getting his motherfucking ass lit the fuck up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they lit his motherfucking ass up. They lit his bitch ass up, man. Let me see. Let me even see if I can find something real quick. I want to see this shit real quick. If a nigga can. You know what I'm about? If a nigga can. If a nigga can't. Fuck it. On this one. Let me see. Jets, Bills, highlights. Week 14. Let's see this.
I'll admit it.
Let's see here.
Dude, you don't need to get that.
Hurry up, man. They got all these fucking commercials all the time. I don't give a fuck about this damn commercial, man. Hurry the fuck up. Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a damn about that shit, boy. I don't give a damn.
95% of Uber Eats orders.
They just gonna make you watch this shit, bro. It's bullshit. I ain't watching this shit. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't want to even watch the video. Fuck that damn video. Yeah, give me the one where
everything last night. So fun, dude.
Where it get to 5 seconds, nigga. And I can skip the ad, bitch.
So you see closer to 3 as they hand it off to Singletary.
Nah, nigga, I don't want that. I want the one where, let me see, Mike White.
Powering down.
Mike White hurt. I think this is it right here.
On this pass attempt, he steps up the throw and gets rid of it there. It's a completion, but when you see the replay, Big Ed Oliver, one of the interior defensive tackles for Buffalo, hits him and then comes off his body. It was not a body weight situation. It was just the impact of that blast. Clean hit by Oliver, but immediately Mike White grabs for his chest, and we've got Joe Flacco.
Hold on. I need to see his face, though. I need to see the motherfucker face. Because that motherfucker got lit-rolled up, nigga. Oh, let me see. I think this is it right here. Is this it? That's it right there. That's the one. That nigga got crushed. He got one of the
great blitzing linebackers in perfect form. I know that's you. There's also a chance broken ribs there as well.
Oh shit! Watch this motherfucker face. It ain't cool, bro, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, he lit his ass up. Yeah, you gonna see it. Look at it. Look at his ass. Look at his ass. Look at him.
This is a shot. Milano, one of the great blitzing linebackers.
Ooh, crusty. Look at him. Damn. Look at, watch this.
Ribcage area. Well, I mean, there's also a chance.
Watch his face.
Broken ribs there as well.
Yeah, man, with this blurry ass fucking phone, man. Oh my goodness, he's trying to breathe.
This is a shot. Milano, one of the great blitzing linebackers. Perfect.
Oh, crushed him.
That's you.
Oh.
Let's just say that's happened.
Oh no.
ribcage area. Well, I mean, there's also looking ribs there as well.
Look at his face. Look at his face. That nigga got crushed, nigga. I said, damn, that nigga don't want to play football no more. That nigga done. That nigga don't give a damn about the money, the bitches, the hoes, nothing, nigga. He said, no. I think I'm good, dog. I think I'm good, dog. Let me see. I think this is another angle. He crushed this motherfucking ass. Bro. Look how his body just. That's a terrible looking. Oh no, one more time. I'm finna move on, but I mean, damn. This is classic, bro. This is a classic hit. Now watch the first initial. Watch. You can see how his ass got hit. Then he crying. Okay, rather than pain. He's trying to breathe. Nigga can't breathe. That nigga got hit hard. Nigga, this NFL football, nigga. Nah, I can't go out there. No. Oh.
Oh, it hits it right in the lower ribcage area. Well, I mean, there's also a chance of broken ribs there as well. And
hold on.
Hammered by Matt Milano for the second time. Yeah, this is on the ground. Oh my goodness, he's trying to breathe. Look at.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Tony Romo, you know all about that. They used to light your ass up too.
You know, that's it. I'm not going to speculate, but let's just say that's it. Oh, it hits it right in the lower ribcage area. Well, I mean, there's also a chance of broken ribs there as well. And
hold on, let me see if I can get a pause on that.
This is a shot. Milano, one of the great blitzing linebackers in perfect form. You know, that's it.
Okay, now let me see. Look. Look at his face, man. That nigga is like, oh my God. I think that nigga just fucking ran through my whole damn body, man. What the fuck? He like, man. Look. That's his mouth wide open. And his eyes closed, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because he like, ah! That nigga is like, this nigga right here just ran through me, dog. Okay? This man just obliterated my whole existence. Look, that's... Oh, man, look at that man. That man don't want to play no more football, brother. At this very moment, he knew his football dreams was over. Yeah. You made it there, though. You know what I'm saying? That's more than most niggas can say. I can't say that shit. You made it. That nigga is in pain. Ah, damn. That nigga whole body folded in half.
That nigga lit your ass up, boy. That nigga lit your ass up good, too. He lit you up real good. Damn. Yeah.
Broken ribs there as well. And had that good sweet remember super.
Yeah, that's all bad, brother. That's all bad, man. Hopefully you ain't got no kids so they can see you like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because my kids wouldn't have been able to see me like that. I would have toughened it up, fucked it up. Nigga, my son ain't finna see me out there like that. I may say it hurt, but I ain't finna be out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I know y'all was, nigga, that's harsh, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Listen. This man get paid a lot of money to be out there doing that, okay? I would be out there for the same amount of money, okay, if that was me. So, you know, hey, you got to hit me much harder than that to get me up out the game when I'm getting paid that type of money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have stuck that like a jam. Mm-hmm. I took that like a champ, got up smiling, laughing at that nigga like yeah, it hurt, but it don't hurt more to not get them checks. You know what I'm talking about? So, but yeah. Mike, why you got your ass lit up? You got them up on that lit up. Okay. Sit out a few weeks, my nigga. Don't chill out. Take a chill pill, man. Take a chill laxative. Don't be trying to toughen that shit out now. Act like you all hard and you want to play next week. Sit your ass down, take a break, nigga. You need a break. That's the fuck you need. Yeah, your ass got your ass got pummeled. Yeah. So, Buffalo Bills beat the Jets. 20-12. So, yeah. Next game was the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Cleveland Browns 23-10. Okay. It was Deshaun Watson's second game back from his 11-game suspension for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy or whatever, because he was accused or alleged to have sexually misconduct some motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Or he violated the NFL's personal whatever. I think it was what I said, personal conduct or whatever. With some sexual conduct that they say he did. I don't know whether he did it or he didn't. I'm just saying that's what they said he did. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Deshaun Watson, you know, it's gonna take Deshaun the rest of this season to really, you know, he needs the rest of this. He gonna need the rest of this season to kind of get back into the, you know, so, you know, Deshaun Watson is not going to be Deshaun Watson until next year. I did an episode on Deshaun yesterday about Deshaun and, you know, a little situation. So go watch that if you haven't watched it on Snax on Sportz. But yeah, and the Bengals, hey, they rounded into form. They rounded into form, man. they're starting to look like that team that went on a run to make the Super Bowl last year. Joe Burrow, that nigga looked like Tom Brady 2.0, Joe Montana 3.0. You know what I'm saying? Because he go Joe, Brady, Burrow. You know, and yeah, man. The Cincinnati Bengals are they're a good team. They're a great team. They look like and they just beat the Kansas City Chiefs last week. Not last week, but the week before last. So and I mean, yeah, Joe Burrow is that dude is he's something else, man. And Jamar Chase, you know what I mean? And then they got Joe Mixon in the backfield. You know what I mean? And then their defense is solid. T. Higgins, opposite of Jamar Chase. So, yeah, the Bengals are something to be reckoned with. You know, they started out slow. They started out 0-2. So since starting 0-2, so now the Bengals with that win they go to 9-4, and the Browns fall to 5-8. You know, and so the Bengals after starting 0-2, in their last 11 games they went 9-2. You know, so yeah, they one of the hottest teams in the league right now. And they playing well. They're playing extremely well. And I wouldn't be surprised if they end up back in the Super Bowl. They wasn't my Super Bowl pick out of the AFC. I picked the Chargers and Justin Herbert. But it's just I heard somebody say this last week about the Chargers, and I agree. With the Chargers, it's always something. You know what I mean? It's like it don't matter what it is. It always seems like they supposed to be better than what they is, or it's always something that comes back to bite them, to where they end up losing a game, or it's just always something with them. You feel me? You know, and I've just went ahead and accepted the fact that, you know, the quarterback is great. Justin Herbert is great. But it's everything around it, you know what I mean? It's some of the that coach. I don't know if it's the coach. I think they might need a new coach. You know what I'm saying? And his ass probably finna be canned, because you gotta get it done when you got a quarterback like Justin Herbert. He's right there with Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Allen. So,
Powering down.
So yeah, the Bengals, I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the Super Bowl. I would be surprised to see them. I would be surprised to see the Chiefs. I would be surprised to see the Bills. You know what I mean? Those three teams in the AFC. Maybe somebody I'm forgetting too. I would want to say the Ravens, but I don't know. Got to see if Lamar Jackson gonna be able to stay healthy throughout the course of the season, and then they secondary sometimes. They corners just, I just don't know if I want to put them in that same, But yeah, Bengals beat the Browns, and the Bengals look good. Browns, they'll be what they supposed to be next year, and we'll see what happens with that. Next game, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Houston Texans 27-23 in a game that most people say it shouldn't have came down to the end. The Texans probably should have won this game. You know what I'm saying? But they are the Texans, and they are the worst team in the league. So even though they controlled the game and they was up, you know what I mean? They found a way to lose in the end. So most people say, "Oh, the Cowboys," they're trying to use that as a reason to say that the Cowboys are starting to show kind of like their potential of what they can be as far as in a bad way, like Stephen A. say, accident waiting to happen. Because see, they played down to competition. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, it just depends on how you look at it. You can also look at it and say, hey, it's any given Sunday. It could be the best team in the league playing against the worst team in the league, and the worst team in the league can get the better of the best team in the league that particular day. You know what I mean? Because it's just one game. So they end up winning the game. And so that's all that matters. You know, so the Cowboys moved to 10-3. And the Texans fall to 1-11-1. 1 win, 11 losses, 1 tie. I kind of agree both ways as far as the Cowboys. I agree that I think that they did play down the competition, and it does show that the Cowboys can still be the Cowboys and be vulnerable, and you know, most likely they're not going to do anything in the playoffs, and they ain't going to the Super Bowl. That's what I mean. And I can also look at it, you know, and say it is any given Sunday. You know, the Texans do get paid too. You know what I'm saying? Their players get paid too. So, you know what I mean? Like, but what at the end of the day, for right now, trumps both of those sides is that the Cowboys found a way to win the game. So that's all that matters. Next game, the Detroit Lions were victorious over the Minnesota Vikings, 34-23. The Lions moved to 6-7. The Vikings fall to 10-3. The Vikings are a team that I forget who I heard say this on either ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I think it was ESPN, but I agree with this statement. I want to credit them because this is whoever said it is who I'm getting it from, but I can't remember who said it. I just remember hearing it. And the statement was that the Minnesota Vikings are the worst 10-3 football team in NFL history. And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, you know, out of all the teams in the history of the NFL that have been 10-3 after 13 games played, they got to be the worst. Because it's like they played 13 games and they won 10 of them, but it's like there's nothing that about the Minnesota Vikings that you fear outside of Justin Jefferson. Yeah. That little nigga right there is the motherfucking truth. Yeah. He the truth. He the truth in the motherfucking ass. Justin Jefferson, and I just found out this and realized this. He went to LSU too. So, and he was there at the same time with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. So that means that Joe Burrow, who we all know who he is now, and who probably had the greatest fucking quarterback single season in fucking college football history. Okay. Joe Burrow was throwing passes to Jamar Chase, who's on his team right now in the NFL, on one side, Jamar Chase on one side, and Justin Jefferson on the other side. That's just fucking ridiculous. I wish I would have known then what I know now. Like, that is just fucking, imagine that. And the Bengals is doing pretty good for themselves with T. Higgins over there. T. Higgins is a great receiver himself. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Justin Jefferson might be the best receiver in the fucking league. You know what I'm saying? Him and Tay. You know what I'm saying? But Tyreek up there too. But and Jamar Chase is up there too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just crazy when you think about that. You know what I mean? Joe Burrow was throwing to Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. But yeah, outside of Justin Jefferson, who's a fucking unicorn, okay? And I know they got Dalvin Cook, but I mean, and Kirk Cousins is a solid quarterback too. But I'm saying they don't got nothing that you just fear. And then some of their games, like I said, a win is a win, but it's barely winning, and then they lost to the Detroit Lions, who are a better team this year. They just are. Their record now is 6-7. It probably should be flipped 7-6, or even they probably should have like 2 or 3 more wins that they, because I've seen for sure this year, and I know 2 at least. One of them was the first game of the year, I believe. There's been 2 games at least, and I want to say 3 that I've with my own eyes seen that they should have won those games. You know what I'm saying? But what's happening now is being a culture change. So it's happening, but it's just happening, gradually, you know what I mean, as it should. Last year was Dan Campbell's first year as the head coach. You know what I mean? That was just like, the first year is kind of like just like a tone setter kind of year, a culture setter kind of year. Then that second year, you want to start seeing some results, and that's what's happening. You know what I mean? I think I don't know what their record was last year, but I know after 13 games, they wasn't 6-7. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I want to say they didn't even win 6 games the whole year. You know what I mean? And it's 4 games left to go. So, and as we speak, they're not mathematically out of it from being able to make the playoffs. So the Lions are, the Vikings lost to the Lions, but the Viking, and the Lions are a better team this year, so that's not like a total embarrassment, like how the Lions are playing this year and how it would be in past years if the Vikings would have lost to the Lions. But still, the Vikings are supposed to be better than the Lions. You know what I'm saying? So, the record says it. You know what I mean? They're in the same division, so they play the same teams. That both the Lions and the Vikings play the same teams that the other one play, because those 2 teams are in the same division. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like one of them is playing, a schedule that's more favorable than the other. You know what I'm saying? They playing, essentially the same schedule. So yeah, but the Vikings, they just it's just something about them that the top 3 teams right now in the NFC is the Eagles, Niners, Cowboys. I don't see the Vikings beating any one of those teams. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much where I'm at with that. Next game, Eagles whooped on the Giants 48-22. Eagles go to 12-1. The Giants fall to 7-5-1, 7 wins, 5 losses, 1 tie. The Giants are another team that's, they're starting to kind of, they've had a great year, and it's similar with the Jets. They've already done better this year than they did last year. So they're, it looks like they're on the incline, on the way up. You know what I mean? But they're trying to hype the game up as this NFC East matchup, which, it is, you know what I'm saying? But like this big, but the Giants are nothing for the Eagles right now. The Eagles is just too strong, you know what I'm saying? And the Giants are, like I said, for lack of a better term, phrase, wording, whatever, they're coming back to the pack, kind of, so to speak. You know what I mean? And so, which is expected. You know what I mean? Which is expected. So yeah, the Eagles did what they had to do, handled them. You know what I mean? And it was over early. Next game. Oh, real quick, and they saying that Jalen Hurts is in the lead for the MVP. That's cool. So they basically trying to make him win and win the MVP. But I would give it to Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I would give it to this year. Yeah, I mean, I would give it to Patrick Mahomes, and that's just that. But because something about the Eagles, they look good. They look really good. But I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised at all, not even a little bit, if the Eagles are one and done. I just wouldn't be. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm saying exactly what the fuck I just said. I would not be surprised if the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, were one and done. Or even if they win a game and then lose in the second round. Like I just wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they end up getting that number one seed in the NFC, then they're going to get to bye. And so their first game would be the second round, technically. And so if they were to win that game, then that next game would be the NFC Championship. But I'm just essentially saying that I wouldn't be surprised if they either don't win no playoff games or only win one and then get bounced out. I just wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but more power to them. Next game, the Baltimore Ravens snuck into Pittsburgh and got a win, 16-14. Lamar Jackson didn't play. He got the little leg injury, knee injury, or ankle, or whatever it is. So Tyler Huntley, I think that's his name, he was up in there. You know, I didn't see it. But yeah, I just not know for sure that Lamar Jackson didn't play. You know, he gonna be trying to heal up for the late stretch run. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what happened in that. That, you know, Ravens moved to 9-4 with the win, and the Steelers dropped to 5-8. It's just a solid win for the Ravens, just to be able to get a win while their starting quarterback is not there. You know, MVP caliber quarterback. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's good that they was able to get a win while he's trying to, recover or whatever. Next game, the Jacksonville Jaguars. This was probably the upset of the week. The Jaguars shocked the Tennessee Titans 36-22. And that's why I say that it might be
the the upset of the week or whatever, the shocker of the week or whatever, is because it's another game that I'm about to say that is all that that might kind of people might feel like is a shocker or upset or whatever, but it's the margin in which the Jaguars beat the Titans. You know what I'm saying? Like they basically blew them out. You know what I'm saying? They won by 2 touchdowns. And I've been saying, man, I'm never going to be, I'm not no believer in the Titans with no fucking Ryan Tannehill. I mean, Ryan Tannehill, he's the definition of what the kids say when they say mid. You know what I'm saying? He might even be a little bit below mid, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ryan Tannehill is not it, bro. As long as they got Ryan Tannehill at the helm, they ain't gonna do shit. And that's just what it is. I think Mike Vrabel is a good coach. You know what I mean? Because he stayed finding ways to keep this team winning somewhat and, keep them, contending and just being a good team, even with a mediocre quarterback. Now, they want to talk shit about Jimmy G and this. No, the way they talk about Jimmy G, that's how they should talk about Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill deserves that type of talk, not Jimmy G. Jimmy G done been to the Super Bowl, NFC Championship. Like, Jimmy G is more than proven. He wins 70% of his game, almost 70% of his games. Since he's been with the Niners, his record is, 42-19? Come on, man. Stop it. So, yeah, it's just, Jimmy G should get more respect, and Tannehill should get that criticism that Jimmy G be getting. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the Titans, they fall to 7-6, and the Jaguars move to 5. They go up to 5-8. So, yeah, that's what happened with that. Next game, Chiefs against the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs, the Chiefs won the game. Broncos, they kept it close, and you know what I mean. It ended up being 34-28 Chiefs, but Chiefs were just playing around with them, man. When it was time to make a play and get the win, the Chiefs went ahead and did what they needed to do. So, the Broncos, let's ride. Let's ride. This little boy Russ said, let's ride. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't really been too much riding going on, fam. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the Broncos, they 3-10. Damn. 3-10. Russell Wilson, they locked in with him. They locked in. They paid that man $250 million. You know what I'm saying? For the next, 5 years or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, he locked in. He locked the fuck in, dog. You know what I'm saying? And $200 million of it is guaranteed and shit, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Chiefs. Listen, the Chiefs are 10-3 now. Patrick Mahomes is on another level, man. He's absolutely on another level, and it took me a while to get to this point to actually say this and admit this, but I can no longer deny the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. He's one of those ones. He's one of those Brady, Montana, Elway, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Dan Marino. He's one of those. So, yeah, I never seen nothing like him before, man. He's absolutely on another level. Now,
they're not unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? They can be beat. You know. Hence the 3 losses on the year. And one of those losses is by a team that seems to have no problem beating them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Cincinnati Bengals. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Bengals have beaten them three times in a row now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the Bengals are a team that match up well with them. And the Chiefs don't have the strongest defense, you know. They got a solid defense, but yeah, that's all Patrick Mahomes, man. Patrick Mahomes is absolutely on another level. He's the best quarterback in the league right now, hands down. And I understand that, and Tom Brady is my favorite player, okay? And I understand that coming into the season that the players, current NFL players, voted Tom Brady as the best player in the league. And they weren't wrong for doing that and saying that and voting him into that position. And as Tom Brady being my favorite player and, you know, knowing what he brings to the table and also knowing what Patrick Mahomes brings to the table, if you say, Jada, one game for a Super Bowl victory, you got 2 choices of who could be your quarterback, Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady. Who you got? I'm going TB12. I'm just going TB12. TB 12. Yeah. And you can't go wrong with whatever one you pick. But I'm saying if you give me one game, if you know, and I got to choose between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, I'm taking Tom Brady. Right. Like even the 45-year-old Tom Brady for one game. But outside of that, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. And I want to say it ain't even close, but it is close. You know what I'm saying? He is the best. And there is no doubt that he's the best, but Joe Burrow is right there. Joe Burrow is right there. I'm sorry. Yeah. Joe Burrow was right there. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, age is, I want to say they're right there too, because they are. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, both of them, this is kind of like their first year in a while where the team has like been mediocre or bad in Green Bay's case. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And then Justin Herbert, Josh Allen. You know what I mean? Like, and then Lamar Jackson. And if Deshaun Watson is able to get his bearings back up under him, then you got Deshaun Watson. You know? And then you got that next tier, which is, you know, like, for me, you know, like Jimmy G. You know, or did I say Justin Herbert? Justin Herbert too. Justin Herbert, I'm putting him up there too on that other one. But that second one is like Jimmy G, Kirk Cousins, you know, Dak Prescott. You know, um, that vibe. Uh, and I want to say Russell Wilson on that next because Russell Wilson would have been on that top, but yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the best, and that's just what that is. So yeah, next game was the Carolina Panthers defeated the Seattle Seahawks 30-24, and this is the game that I said that this might be people might this is the other game that might be considered an upset or a shocker, for last week as well. But the reason why I said that the Jaguars beating the Titans was even more of a shocker, just because of the pure dominance that the Jacksonville Jaguars displayed over the Tennessee Titans versus Carolina. They beat the Seahawks by 6, but it's the fact that Carolina just released Baker Mayfield, and they got Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? So I don't even know who they played if they played Sam Darnold. But that's what I'm saying. They don't really have a starting quarterback. They don't have a number one quarterback on their team, and they beat the Seahawks, a team that coming into the year people thought was going to be a bad team, but they shown that they're not a bad team. You know what I'm saying? They're actually a solid team. And so to beat them, and Geno Smith been playing well this year, and Pete Carroll has done his thing this year. So for the Panthers to beat the Seahawks, then it is kind of, but the other one, like I said, the Jaguars they beat them by 2 touchdowns. Usually, okay, at some point of the game, you may be up by 2 touchdowns and then win by maybe 1 touchdown or win by, whatever. But they won by 2 touchdowns. So, next game we have is, and this was kind of somewhat bittersweet for me because it's my favorite player against my favorite team. The 49ers beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 35-7. Everybody know Tom Brady my favorite player. You know what I'm saying? And I knew the 49ers, I knew we was gonna win. I knew the Niners was gonna win. But I didn't see that. I didn't see a pure just straight, blowout. The Buccaneers, they're most likely still going to win their division because they're, playing in a bad division this year. They still, even after that loss, they still, the top of their division. And they got the fucking Bengals coming up. They probably going to lose that one. But, yeah, no, the Buccaneers, they just don't, offensively, it's I don't know what's happening, bro. I just don't know. I don't know what's going on offensively, but I know that a lot of it is Tom Brady's fault because he got control over that situation. He got control over that situation. You know what I'm saying? To where basically he got final say so over everything. Yeah, Byron Leftwich might call some plays and they work together, but Tom Brady gonna do what he want to do. He has that final say so over there. So there's been a lot of shit going on with Tom. We all know I ain't getting into all that. And so, one thing I told my neighbor is that, for one,
For me, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what color the coach is, right? So I don't give a damn that Todd Bowles is black. To me, he's not a good head coach. He's not. We've seen him with the New York Jets. Oh, well, he didn't have a good team and he didn't. Look at what Robert Saleh doing. You know what I'm saying? He don't necessarily got a good Jets team over there, but he got them improved from last year. Todd Bowles didn't do that. He was horrible his whole tenure as a coach with the Jets. So I believe that he's a great defensive coordinator. Everybody ain't meant to be a head coach. He's a great defensive coordinator. He's not a good head coach. I just don't believe so. I say that to say this. The reason why I say that is this, right? To me, when I look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I just don't see the necessary energy, the fight, the tenacity, the want to, that nastiness that you gotta have out there, you know what I'm saying, playing a game of football. They kind of just look like they just feel like they just going, let's just go through the motions. And they kind of just laid back, ain't really tripping.
Powering down.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that's how the players is playing, right? But when Bruce Arians was the head coach, it wasn't like that. Why? Bruce Arians is more fiery. He's more, hey, we not playing right. Hey, let's go. I'm going to get in somebody's ass. I'm going to say something. He might yell a little bit and you know what I mean? So the players, what I'm saying is, I believe that this team has took on they have somewhat took on the personality of Todd Bowles. Because if you look at Todd Bowles' demeanor and his personality and how he be like in press conference, he's real laid back, calm. He's very monotone as far as like, I can tell like when he's answering a question and he's irritated by the question or whatever, but somebody that can't really tell it, like, it's easy to not be able to tell the difference because he don't really change. It's his, you know what I mean? He just, and that's actually a very great thing in life, for real life. You know what I'm saying? To be able to just not let nothing, get you, off your shit, you know what I mean? And really just phase you like that. And so, but I think the team has kind of taken on that personality. You know what I'm saying? And they've embraced that energy, and they not giving 100% of their energy. You know what I'm saying? And also because Todd Bowles is the head coach, but he ain't got no control over the offense, bro. He can't say nothing. Tom Brady run that, bro. To where Bruce Arians still had like some say so over that. And from what I hear, I don't know if it's true or not, but from what I hear, that's kind of the reason why he's no longer the head coach and he's upstairs, because Tom Brady thought he was meddling a little bit too much, but it's like he's the head coach, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his job to, like, oversee, you know what I'm saying, everything. He ain't trying to step on your toes. He just want to let it be known I'm the head coach. You know what I'm saying? I want to at least know what's going on, be informed on what the game plan is offensively. And, you know what I'm saying? I am an offensive head coach. I am an offensive coach. I did win a Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator with the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2000, what was that, 2008? – 2008 to 2009, 2007, 2008, yeah. You know? And so what I'm saying is, Tom Brady, if that's true, then a lot of this falls on Tom Brady. Because if you would have kept your nose up out of all of that and let all that stay the same and just worry about, like, instead of trying to replace, I don't want him as the coach. See, that you can't, and that's what I'm saying. It never works that way. And if it did happen that way, this season is the karma. You know what I'm saying? This season is the karma of those decisions being made. You know, it's the reason why franchises, regardless of how great, legendary, historical, goatish, or whatever that a player is, you can't let them have, you know, or make decisions like that. You know what I'm saying? That you know, that have potential of altering the franchise, like head coaching. Like, I understand, okay, Magic got Paul Westphal fired, and then Pat Riley, and they went on to win championships. But they won one with Paul Westphal too. But you always gonna have an exception to the rule, okay? That was the Showtime Lakers. That was Magic Johnson, one of the top 2 or 3 players of all time and shit. You know, but where's he going, man? But yeah, so I forgot what I was saying, bro. But I'm basically saying that that's why you don't let players, no matter how great they is, say, "Oh, I want this as my coach." No, I mean, you can hear suggestions. You can hear them out. But I think the team was better off with Bruce Arians as the head coach. And if they let Tom Brady make the decision to say, I don't want him as my coach no more, so they moved him upstairs, and then so he agreed to for Todd Bowles to be his head coach? Why? Because he know that Todd Bowles can't tell him that. And I know a lot of motherfuckers say, oh, that's some racial shit. That's racist shit. Yeah. Why would he do that to Todd Bowles, a black man? And you know,
whatever. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, but to me, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just that, you know, Todd Bowles ain't gonna say nothing to him. He damn near can't say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Because Tom Brady is the prize. So I'm saying what's going on with the Bucks, it's a whole organizational thing, team thing, but this is one of them times where I can say that if everything has went down how it's been reported or whatever, a lot of this is on Tom Brady, man. Because I would rather see this happen with Bruce Arians as the head coach first, then make that change. But y'all niggas was one blown coverage against Cooper Kupp away from being in the NFC Championship game again last year. You know what I'm saying? It would have been Bucks, Niners in the NFC Championship game if they'd have won that game. So, against the Rams. So, yeah. The Bucks just right now, they were coming into the year. They were my pick to win a Super Bowl. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were my pick. And right now I'm off that. Yeah, I know you hear Skip Bayless say, yeah, that's who I picked coming into the season, so I'm sticking with it. Man, I'm not sticking with that shit. See how these niggas is playing? Nigga, that shit ain't going now. At the same time, I don't give a damn. I'm moving off the pick as far as I don't see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl like how I did coming into the season. However, I know what Tom Brady do. I've seen it. Okay? So what I mean in saying that is until Tom Brady is dead, meaning eliminated from the season, it's always a possibility that he can do something. I'm not going to ever doubt no man that got 7 fucking Super Bowl rings. 7? Yeah, that's just plain stupid. 7 mean he done proved motherfuckers wrong hella times, nigga. If you ain't learned by now not to count out Tom Brady, you just a dumb, stupid, ignorant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You just dumb did a son of a bitch. Oh, he's 45. It don't look the same now. No, I agree with you. But I need to see it first. I need to see him get eliminated first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up. He's earned that right. You know what I mean? It's like the Warriors. They up and down right now. They not playing, you know, sometimes they play good or they play well at home. On the road, they play like shit. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what it is. At home, they damn near they got the best defense in the league. On the road, they got the worst defense in the league. You know what I'm saying? But you think I'm finna sit here and worry about, for one, a team that just won a championship and a team that won 4 championships in 6 tries, 4 championships in 8 years? Nah, they have earned the right for me to say, I'll wait to the playoffs to see how this go in. I don't give a damn if they go out of 82 games, go 41-41 and squeeze into the playoffs and barely make it. I'm giving them a chance until somebody beat them 4 times in a 7-game series, period, point blank. So that's how I feel about Tom Brady. I'm changing my pick. I don't see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as we stand right now, able to make it to the Super Bowl. You know, I will pick my team now, the San Francisco 49ers, followed by probably in the NFC, the Eagles, and then the Cowboys. So, but yeah, earlier I said the Bengals are one of the hottest teams in the league. The 49ers, we are the hottest team in the league. Brock Purdy did his thing, playing well. I'm keeping my expectations down, though. I'm not one of these dumbass motherfucking 49ers fans that just assume that this rookie motherfucking quarterback who ain't never been in no type of pressure moments in the NFL gonna come in, and who was the very last pick of the draft, gonna come in and take the team to the fucking Super Bowl and shit. It's never fucking happened before. So I'm just supposed to just believe it's just gonna happen right now. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. I'm betting on it happening. Because I ain't got no choice. It's my team. But what I mean when I say I'm keeping my expectations down is if we don't end up getting to the Super Bowl, I won't be surprised. We on our fucking 3rd string quarterback, my nigga. So yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised, bro. We on our 3rd string. We on our 3rd string. So but yeah, we the motherfucking shit right now. Kyle Shanahan is doing his thing right now. He's drawing it up. We got weapons galore. Debo. Woo! We dodged a bullet. And we damn near dodged a bullet twice. But we dodged a bullet because when Debo got hurt, man, that shit looked like that shit like he was done for the season. That nigga was crying, hot, had to get carted off. I said, damn, he done. And in the back of my mind, I always knew it's a possibility, though, that it might not be a very serious injury. And it wasn't. It's serious, but just not season ending. So he got a sprained MCL and he did something in his ankle. But however, for whatever reason, he gonna be able to be back. They said he could be back towards the end of. I mean, it is basically the end of the regular season right now. But they saying like the last week. But man, let that nigga sit out. Let that nigga sit out the whole motherfucking rest of the regular season and get healthy and get well. He don't need to motherfucking play again in the regular season. Just let him sit out and then let his first game back be the first game of the playoffs. It's only 4 weeks left in the season. So, yeah, let Debo heal. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so Debo going to be back. And then Jimmy G, whatever he did to his ankle ain't as bad as they thought. They saying that this nigga could be back in 6 to 8 weeks, which will make him be able to come back, right towards the beginning of the playoffs. You know what I mean? He may have to miss like the first game and then be able to come back that second game if we were able to win. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that go. But, we done dodged some bullets. And I'm happy for Jimmy G if that's the case, because if this is for sure his last season with us, he deserves to finish the year, bro. He deserves to finish the year. He don't deserve to go out with no season-ending injury and just after he done set the team up, you know what I mean, for all this success, and then here comes some other young whippersnapper come in and be able to just, just basically fill in and step in and everybody, because they don't like Jimmy G for whatever reason, but give this nigga all the credit, you know what I mean? Or say, yeah, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, and that ain't no shade and no knock on Brock Purdy. I just think that Jimmy G is underrated. I believe that he's a better player than people give him credit for. I'm not saying he's one of the top elite quarterbacks, but he definitely ain't a bottom quarterback to me. Jimmy G, and especially how he's played this year, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This year right here, Jimmy G has played definitely like a top 10 quarterback in the league. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Jimmy G has played like a top 10 quarterback. Straight up. If you look deeper, it may even be top 5.
Starting normal recording.
You know what I'm saying? He's played well this